To still have you stay with us on Good Morning Anambra. This morning, my name is Ajuluchuku Okabwe.
I am Ijoma Uche. Welcome.
And this time around, this is the discussion segment where we want to talk about, something very, very wonderful in its all ramification of wonderful, and then worthy of high recommendation, talking about a Guinness World Book breaker, record breaker. How often do you sit next to someone that holds a record where no one else holds? And that's what we'll be bringing to you this morning in our discussion. First and foremost, let's say, are you a lover of nature? Are you a lover of art? Do you have that imaginative mind in order to bring into life what you are thinking? And then some other people say, art, in its true sense, it's someone's own imagination and interpretation by those that see it. And that's what we'll be talking about this morning when we bring to you one-on-one with Chika, Godwin, Nedum, the 200-hour Paintathon record breaker. Can somebody clap? Just give us a round of applause, because it's not easy to have a Guinness Book record breaker in our studio this morning. And that's how we're going to be going this morning. Ijoma, before we came up on set, we were talking about record breaking, and you said you want to definitely go about breaking a record. Please tell us what's that record that you want to go about breaking?
I know you asked me if I think it was if you were saying that you're going to break record on news. A cast where we've been reading news non-stop. I said, provided the producers will be there producing it non-stop and then dropping it to me, I'll keep doing it.
Okay.
Welcome, Chika. Very fine guy. Oh. Welcome.
Well,
where are you from?
I'm from Oka.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oka here?
Yes.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Glad to have you here. And, well, let's say record breaking. Right from when we were kids, there's this book that fascinates us, Guinness Book of Record. And then to have somebody that's, been mentioned in that book that broke a record sitting next to us here, and for us to ask one or two questions about what inspired you into going into that 200-hour Paintathon. As in, where did you draw the inspiration from? Okay. Let's begin from there.
Yeah, from childhood I always loved art.
Okay.
I didn't even know I was going to actually further it as a career. When I was younger in school, others would be reading, I would be drawing, they would be flogging me. I didn't even know it was taking me somewhere. Only me wrote it in Waika and Nico. That's how much I've always loved it.
Really?
Only me sat for fine arts in my school. So something I've always had passion for. So I went ahead to further it in the university. It was even a problem.
Where did you take secondary school?
Dance International College, Oka.
Okay.
Yes. So I went ahead to further it in my university. But before then it was a problem. When I said I wanted to study fine art, my parents were like, what's in the sell for streets? I had to carry for 1 night to study. I was like, it's either I'm into theater art, music, or fine art. This is where I see myself thriving. This is where I find my talent, and this is where I see that fire in me. So that's how I kicked off after university. When I was in my NYSC,
And where did you do your university?
I did my Federal University in Dufualike, Ebonyi State. That's Funai.
Dufualike?
Yes, that's Funai. Okay. Alex Ekweme Federal University.
Okay, Funai.
Yes. So I've always loved it when I graduated after my service. When I was in my service year, that was when I got my first art gallery. I've always been wanting to make things different, make people appreciate art more, because I feel like in Nigeria it's not appreciated more. Artists eat from hand to mouth. Somebody take his time and produce something amazing, more like passing a message and he gets peanuts. But musicians are doing the same thing, which is craft, passing a message through their music. We're passing it through art, but then they appreciate it more. So I had the zeal to go further and let people know that there is more value in this than it should. It's not getting recognition. So I went ahead to actually put it out there on a positive sense worldwide, and let them know that Nigerians actually have a lot of good things to offer to the world than just the negative things that we are known for. Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's good to know. There's something I want to break now. That stigma that I want to break. The way you struggled to convince your parents to probably allow you chart your course. I'm sure lots of parents will be here watching and have procured children with certain talents. but might not actually suit the career they want for their kids. And I want you to affirm to parents out there that there is no career that cannot bring fame to a child, positively anyway. We're not talking about this laptop kind of career. We're talking about career that you go about pursuing your dreams and everything like that. I was really inspired when you said that you had that doggedity to keep going, even though your parents really at first didn't support you. How did you, put your foot down and then make them understand that this is what you want to do before they now allowed you? Because I saw your mom by your side there.
Yes.
That means she has seen the benefit of allowing you, pursue your dream.
Okay. Right from time, she has always been very supportive. She's my birthday mate.
Wow.
So she gave birth to me on her birthday.
On her birthday. Wow.
So I'm more like a birthday gift to her.
Yeah.
Free birthday gift. And what date was that?
July 15th.
July
Next
15th.
2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So every year we trend because I choose to celebrate her. I buy her hairs. Even this year I don't buy bone streets. Buy clothes, buy Turkish outfits. Yes. She deserves all the love.
Are you her first son?
I'm not. I'm the last born.
Wow.
So everybody brings in gifts, but I take it personal for them. I feel like my parents need to actually enjoy their life too.
Yeah.
I take them to like outings, take them out, let them experience.
I had wanted to ask you about your father, whether you are using your mother to make
No,
your
my
father
dad
jealous.
is my dad also gets part of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's also part of the whole thing. So I told them then that if it's not fine art, music or theater art, let's go to main market or they called family meeting. Not be smart, They called family meeting. They said Godwin wants to study. He's a very outspoken person. Do law or political science. I said no. This is where I'm seeing myself, and I'm having this strong feeling I'm going to thrive here.
Yeah.
This is just where I feel like I belong. Whenever I'm doing
So
this,
that
I feel
personal
at peace.
conviction within
Yes.
you.
Now they called family meeting. I said no. If it's not these 3 courses, leave me. Let me go and start trading. Let me learn trading. My elder sister, who is a lecturer in Unizik, pharmacist Dr. Chinenye, she was like, leave this boy, let him go and do what. He was part of the people that actually pressured my parents. My siblings joined me. I'm like, since this is what you
Is your
want.
elder sister?
Yes, she's
really?
my biggest sister, yes. So I was like, if this is what you want, let him go. He was into the educational line, so he talked to my parents. My older brother to my other siblings joined and like, if this is what he really wants, if this is his passion, then let him go. And then I went to school and I kept getting good grades. I mixing it with my social life.
Yeah.
We used to even organize shows then called George Too Funny and all of that. I owned a modeling agency then in school. That was like, from then I started to like put in work. I was always traveling, still meeting up with my courses because it's what I loved. I'll come back and I'll meet up with assignments that others were struggling to do. I'll do it under one night and submit, and I'll still get a good grade.
That's one thing with the art students.
Yeah. Passion.
Okay,
driven.
okay, let's see. When you finished university and then went for youth service, where did you serve?
I served with the commissioner for information and enlightenment here in the government, in the secretariat.
Here in
Yes.
Okay, of course, you schooled in Ebonyi State.
Yes.
Okay, and then you took off from there. How did you continue and then got to where you are now in arts?
My first gallery, it was rogue. I didn't even have money for tiles, just 4 lights. I know I had that dream. I painted the room myself. My first gallery, I painted it myself. And I wrote my hair. I painted it myself. It wasn't. I didn't even have money for frame. I would bring this batten. I was smoothing it and I painted black. I put it at the edge of my paintings. That was what I used then as frame because I had to improvise. I didn't have the money to buy those expensive frames then. From there, some FM started to call me for interview, some TVs, because I was already doing like entertainment stuff. So I had some access to some media people. So they started calling me for interviews. From there, it started to grow. From a small room where I had just carpet and 4 lights with 1 chandelier that I bought for 7K that time, I can't forget it. With 1 fan, I used to do quick. Then Ugochi schooled in my school, so we were close, kind of. So Ugochi, the day I launched, I had just 2 people coming. My first gallery, the day I launched it, when I was doing my NYSC, I had just 2 people coming, 2 girls. And then the next day, Ugochi came and he started to trend. People started to work in more. So that was how it all started. And from there, I promised myself I was going to get bigger. I got a job. I got a portrait, a job I did in Canada then that gave me almost 10 million naira for like 4 artworks. And I pinched myself. I was like, wait,
This is your breakthrough.
This is, wait, now me then just send 6 million for half of the money to start. That was, Instagram helped me. I did a promotion. I was carrying artwork at Aroma here, walking on the bridge. That was the video that God gave me that job. The woman has to even come to my comment section to comment. I'm under your DM, please check your DM. And I checked. That was the first time I ever got such amount of money for art. Then I left my Aroma store and I got another store. Now used my hands, like set it up, had POP, had AC. That's how I started growing.
I want young people to listen to what he is saying.
Humble beginning.
You don't just wake up and find yourself on the high. Look at how he started. He was even hawking artwork on the road, just like that. And today you look at me, want to expressly become him. Okay, let's look at what else you do apart from painting.
Apart from painting, painting barely gives me time to do any other thing, because I feel like this is something that sometimes people want it to be you to paint them. You know, before then I used to actually draw tattoo, but the moment my tattoo machine spoiled, I kept it aside. I started to focus more on impacting positively on people, on Nigeria. That's not our culture. I paint more of culture-related stuff. When you look at my Guinness Record paintings, you see that most of them are culture-related. Even they're asking for some of my paintings, they want to keep it in their London museum. 100 years to come, it's a legacy. You see Godwin's painting when he set the record.
Legacy painting.
Broke the record. So it's been something I always loved doing. So that's what just kept me going, kept the fire in me.
You're into entertainment?
Yes, I'm into entertainment.
So what do you do then?
I do influencing for brands. I influence for like brands. Like I just signed an endorsement deal for a phone company here in Anambra. So I reach out to, like, people reach out to me to do adverts for them, use my social media to influence positively. Now I'll be moving into the fashion line, because I'll be having my clothing brand the moment my Guinness Record lands in Nigeria. GAG Originals. It's an outfit where people, my fans, can buy and probably support me. Now I'm also into philanthropy. I'm about to set a foundation. I'm already doing that, but not registered fully. When my Guinness Record comes, I'm going to register. I help people. Like, there's a lady now, there's a small child, I posted up on my TikTok, and then she got a scholarship from I just bought all her oranges. That was also my spirit said I should do. I bought all her oranges that she started to cry, started crying, praying for me that God should bless me. From there, the video went viral on TikTok, went viral on Instagram. Then even brands in Lagos, Abuja, non-governmental organizations that are actually into charity reached out to me. They said, I want to take care of this girl. Today, she's one of my daughters. You know, I've gone to Amako here, released a child that was a little bit for months. They were probably like having issues to like settle the bills. My mom called me, started crying. I was like, Mom, why are you crying? She said, I know you don't have enough money, but I know your fans will do it. So I asked the woman, can you allow me to video? She said yes. But I got to the place in Amako, the incubator section. The doctor was my fan. I had Godwin, I'm your fan. I said, oh my God, this project is easy now. I made a video, posted. She got almost 1.6 million, but she wanted 600,000.
Wow.
So I just want to use my platform to positively impact in lives, and not, that's like more of what I do.
Okay, quickly, that's good. Since you're talking, how then did this Guinness Book record come into play? Who was holding the previous record? And what was the motivation for you to go and break the record?
The current record holder has 100 hours, also a Nigerian, but based in US. Kingsley I go to. He's actually a student artist.
Okay.
So he's a student in the US. So wanting to break it was more like wanting to add more value to my craft, not just for myself. The reason I even got an art gallery here is to promote young artists coming up who don't have where their work can be displayed. You know, but when I started the project first, some artists were like, you want to use our, you know, Igbo people now, us. You want to use our works and cash out big money and now give us peanuts. I'm like, okay, hold your artwork. I'm an artist as well. I'll take my time to produce paintings and hang. So when it started moving well, celebrities started to come in, Cola Boy, Jerry, Guguchi, all of them started coming to the art gallery, visiting. More people started to come in, you know. Then they were like, okay, God, let me now bring my work. I'm like, but the reason I'm starting this is to promote you guys. Because I feel like people are paying you guys.
That's what they do in the music.
Yeah,
exactly.
Industry.
I feel like people are paying you guys peanuts. And what Mominike is doing for Lagos people, that's what I want to do for the Eastern people. I want to set somewhere that artists can be valued. You know, we have Obio Furniture as one of like the collectors, good collectors, like he's one of the best collectors, you know. So I want to be in that line where our artists can get their flowers. Because I'm an artist and I know how bad it feels to sit down, think of something.
Yeah, then bring it out to life.
An idea, bring it out to life, and then you are priced down.
It doesn't fly.
Exactly. You are priced down just because of, oh, you don't have money, you don't belong to any
society.
You don't have a name. So I started to build that name and carry a lot of young artists together. So me doing the Guinness record was more of adding more value to the arts community, letting people know that art is really valuable, not just in abroad, but here in Nigeria. We can also put an impact to this art. We can add value to it. So that was what inspired me to actually go for this. To add more value to we artists, because I feel like we are underpriced.
Okay.
Yeah, we are not really underpriced.
So now, how did the Guinness attention come in so that Ijoma IJA can know when she wants to break her own record in news reading? So how did they contact you or did you contact them? Okay, you reached out to them.
And they replied, they approved it on the 25th of January.
So now, tell us, what is the rule? The rule?
Okay, the rule, they have guidelines that you are going to follow.
Yeah.
But the ones I will never forget in that guideline is that on the Paintathon section, different ones has its own guideline. Now, my own is that my hand cannot stay off the canvas for more than a minute. Mixing my color, whatever I want to do, my hand cannot go off the canvas after a minute. Once it passed a minute, they minus your time. And you cannot paint something that is not known. You have to paint something known. Now, you cannot just do an abstract painting like add colors. No.
You know, it must be
something
paint
that's
either
definitive. A phone.
No.
You must paint something that is known.
But you're not having any object in front of you which you're painting.
That was where it was harder.
So everything was just,
yes,
you can't repeat.
That was one of the things. No.
You can't
one
repeat.
of the things that stressed my brain. On the last day I came, I couldn't see anything. The whole hall was blank.
Shit.
They reached out to the doctor.
Okay, let's go ahead. How many days did you do that?
When I started to trend, total what I did is 12 days.
Okay.
But after 96 hours, the first 96 hours, my timer went off. That was when attention.
96 hours,
after
4 days.
4 days.
Yes.
Okay.
But before that 4 days, I really started to have aggressiveness in me. Doctor said I'm going to start being aggressive, that they shouldn't mind, my teammates shouldn't mind me, that it's lack of sleep, lack of good food, lack of a lot of things.
You do all day, all night?
I do, yes. Just what I have in every 4 hours, I have 20 minutes. That 20 minutes for you to eat, ease yourself, shower, brush your teeth, get back. The next 4 hours, you set up next thing to do. Either you're using this to like sleep for 10 minutes, my sleep only past 10, 15 minutes.
It runs like that.
But is it actually healthy to embark on this strenuous, you understand?
This is just a dream. This is just a dream.
Yes.
I want to.
Because you said something about doctors being on site.
Yes, they have to be there. Guinness record will tell you to get a doctor because they know it's risk.
Wow.
It's a risk you are taking for the passion you have. I didn't know what was following me up. When I got to 160 hours, I think I went off. I went off like Jen. They buy pin. They stole me pin. So I would feel my skin.
Yes.
I was there physically, but I was not there.
Wow.
Like I was just like this.
You know, when you hear somebody break Guinness Book of Record, I think it's easy.
Oh my goodness.
That's why we brought you here, so that you explain to our people what it was like.
I was like this. Igbo man in me, there was a time they used money to bring me. They said somebody's pricing your painting 10 million. I said, That's why I wake up.
You what? As an Igbo man. I like that.
I woke up. And then
was that a joke?
That was a joke.
To bring you back.
The person bought the painting for 1.5 million. They told me it's 10 million. That's what my eye do. And then God was in control because after that first 4 days, God wanted it to happen. I feel like it was God's plan. Sometimes man propose, God dispose.
Yeah.
So after that first 4 days, the moment I kicked off, people thought I was going to give up. Do you know what is 4 days? The money I paid in VI in Lagos was gone that 4 days. I paid for 5 days. I was heading to the last day.
In a hotel?
It was more like Ocean 21 is an eatery. Like they have a lot of things. They do cocktails, parfait.
Okay.
So it was like more like an open space where it has a hotel by the side. It has bars. It has chill out sections.
Were people watching you?
Yeah, people were coming in live to watch me.
Okay.
But they had bouncers where they didn't want
that's
a lot of
it
crowd.
wasn't kind of creating a kind of a distraction.
No.
Okay.
The distraction was what was helping me. Initially, EcoBank came in to sponsor as the head sponsors. But when I went to EcoBank, the terms and conditions, they said I should do a PowerPoint proposal. All of the things I did in the PowerPoint proposal, they couldn't provide it. And I was so angry. I was like, if I didn't have the money to get a location, these guys would have left me stranded. They promised me they were going to put me on Lagos billboard, this Lekki Tollgate billboards. And I'm okay with that. I know I would have gone more viral with it.
FCMB, all those
they reached out to me because at that time they were doing a PAN program which recognized arts in Africa. All the African investors came in.
Okay.
So, but the space they gave me was not conducive. They started to even pursue my fans that were coming in a day before to like see how I was preparing. My fans that genuinely were into like what I wanted to do.
To come and encourage you.
That encouragement was what was going to keep me going. You know, the speakers that were booming, fans that were screaming. Jerry came to perform. The first day I started after the timer failed, Kafi Dance came. She was the Guinness Record Danceathon. She danced. She was the first person that trended for Guinness Record in Nigeria when she was P Square's chief dancer, head dancer. She danced for like 3 days or thereabout, I think.
Non-stop.
Exactly. So she came in first, and that energy, I felt that support. DJ Obi of Obi's house came. Jerry came to perform. They said Ugochi is here to perform for you. Celebrities were walking in. Mazio KK, comedians were coming to perform. I was like, wait, who am I? Clean the Drum came. Clean the Drum came. MC Monica came. A lot of people came in. Oh my goodness. Celebrities were coming to perform. Fans, I don't even know them. People from different organizations were coming. And I'm like...
you didn't see that as a distraction?
Distraction. That was what kept me going. That was like the fuel, the main fuel. Looking out to see my mom vibing and hailing me. It was a lot. But we thank God I came out of that alive. Because it was a journey that... I'll call my doctor, will say I'm fine. The moment I sit back on that seat, I'm seeing something totally different.
So how many paintings did you make in total?
I did almost 200 paintings.
200 paintings?
Almost 200, like 186. The other ones I did for the 196 hours was gone.
Wow.
So I had to do another almost 180 something paintings. Almost 180 something paintings, that was what I did. In 200 hours.
While you were painting, were you permitted to, sell? People come?
Yeah, people were coming in and buying. Ugochi bought, Jake bought, Clean the Drum bought. Most of the celebrities that came in, they bought. So we were auctioning live.
Okay.
We were selling them live. Guinness Record paintings being sold live at the section. And now the value is going to go higher because you have one out of 108 something paintings made in a Guinness Record attempt. So when the Guinness Record comes, it's going to belong to a Hall of Fame painting. And the value skyrockets. If you sell it to the outside world, it has more value. Do you know what? Bringing a Guinness Record paint, I'm hoarding them.
Really?
I have like almost 100 and something. Why I store? When the record come, they sell them. Small.
Okay, the ones you painted in the competition.
Yes.
Is what you are hoarding.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the value, the more I become bigger, the more the value joins me in becoming bigger.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see. Apart from the experience you had that particular day, you painted for 5-6 days?
Yes.
Okay. Apart from the horrible experience you had.
8 days, actually, 8 days.
8 days?
Yes. After I started fresh.
Okay, 200
hours, 40 minutes.
Oh, I see. Okay, so apart from all those challenges you had on that 8 days, what other challenges are you having as an artist, to project yourself?
Okay. The media is actually not very easy, but I was able to break through the media after my Guinness Record. Because likes of Tunde North, Gossip Mail, newspapers, a lot of blogs I didn't even know were posting. A lot of blogs. In 15 days, I had almost 3 million reach on my Instagram. In less than 15 days, I had over 3 million people watching me, and I don't even know them, visiting my page from all around the world. Different people bought my works from the US after the record. So I got even fan base from abroad, US, Canada, from all those blogs that posted me. Tunde not posted back to back, Gossip Mail, Voice of the East, Igbo Diaries, a lot of blogs, Anambra socials too. They were collaborating and everybody made sure it was out there. So most times, most artists have problem with being seen. It's not easy. They always find it hard because most artists
to the
don't have sponsors like music artists do. So if you are not strong enough to keep going, one of my friends said to me, you are the only artist I know that's pushed to this level. Others that I know have given up. And that is because
why don't they have sponsors?
not everybody believes in art.
Yeah,
Art is not something they really believe in that can give them the return. Investors don't really believe that they can invest in art and get a very nice return. So that is where the whole problem starts.
So what do we do to let our people know that this?
That is why I use my Guinness record to create more awareness, to add more value to the art industry.
Okay.
I feel like now art is beginning to get its flowers a bit by bit. I saw, was it Drake or somebody buy painting from a Nigerian artist? I think Rihanna's husband, the girl made, Lil Rocky bought a painting from a Nigerian artist who used braids to, like, you know. So like art and craft is going out there, it's becoming something valuable now. And it's all thanks to the likes of Mominike, people like that. You know, she told me, Godwin, you're Pablo Picasso of Africa.
Who is Mominike?
She owns the biggest gallery in Africa, Mominike. She's a Yoruba woman.
Okay, Nike.
Yes.
Okay.
She gifted me a staff of Oni of Ife, worth almost 1.4 million after the Guinness record. She called Yoruba people. They were playing Yoruba drums for me, celebrating me like a king. She told them, the moment I walked into the gallery, she told them to dress me like an Igbo king, Hausa king, and a Yoruba king. She celebrated me like FMs in Lagos, Silverbird, a lot of them reached out to me. I went for interview like a star.
You know, as you promote others, you're also promoted because that's exactly what Nike was doing.
Exactly.
You know, but that's good. Let's talk for other artists now, not just you.
Okay.
What they must do to get to where you are, if not where you are, at least to get to the limelight for them to be noticed.
Okay. What I feel like most of these artists lack is patience. See, if you love anything, trust me, you will learn to have patience for it. And then consistently believing in yourself. It's not just you being consistent in the craft. Don't stick to one style. If this style, people are not recognizing you for it, do something else. Be a diverse artist.
Yeah.
You know, don't, because, oh, I like to draw nude. People, no. Sometimes try to paint culture, sometimes try to pass a message. Art is about information. And when you have the right information, people will reach out to you. Even if you don't have enough audience, when you start to get the audience, you see people value your craft because it's something of value. You know, but most of them give up easily. Oh, I don't want to. I saw this art. This art, they price me 10,000. I don't go do it again. Me personally, I sold artworks for 5,000. But today here I am selling artworks for millions, and people are buying.
You know,
exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to take that as your last message to the people, and then your family, and, you know, your fans.
Yeah,
just
big shout out to my
1
fans.
minute, please.
GG Army, that's their name. They're like the armies behind me. I don't even know most of them from US, Canada, Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja, people I don't know. You know, when I work on real people call me Godwin, and like, this whole thing puts me on the limelight, and I'm grateful to God for that. My only advice is that whatever you are doing, keep being yourself. Don't let anybody talk you into doing something else what you are not. And big shout out to my family, Nedum, the Nedum family. Thank you so much for always supporting me, mommy and daddy. Nedum Agatha and Nedum Godwin, that is my namesake. Big shout out to my biggest fans. Nedum Chinenye.
Your mother is your birthday mate.
A
lucky child of the family.
Chiamaka, God bless all of them for me, man. They're my workers. They're really putting out a lot of work because we own a paint and sip now where people come. Why I started that paint and sip is to expose art more. I don't want art to just be seen as something that is fine that you can hang. I want people to experience it firsthand.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Well, I hope by the time you finished all this, your narration, out of your 180 something art talked somewhere, you definitely get something for us.
Okay, that's not a problem.
Well, thank you so much, and that's being with Godwin Chika, the Paintathon champion, the Guinness Book breaker. And yeah, he said a whole lot, and sincerely speaking, I've been inspired. But I'm thinking, what Guinness Book record breaking would I want to even embark on? Probably, maybe Scrabble. Maybe play Scrabble for Scrabble for 1 week or thereabouts. Let's see. Well, that's how we're going to be wrapping this segment. Up next is the second part of the discussion segment on Good Morning Anambra. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, thank you for coming, Godwin.
Thank you so much.
You're going to paint us.
No problem.